Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachanam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes. Nithyananda Maharshi.
Nithyananda, everyone. After this powerful Taipusam darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, let us now get ready. We're going to have the power manifestation. Swamiji has beautifully revealed how his guru has taught him all the different bhashyas to prepare him to experience the Paramasatya, the ultimate truth, the highest truth. Swamiji beautifully explained to all of us how it is not that one ultimate truth can be taught. No. All the different acharyas, all the different bhashyas, the different interpretations of the scriptures, based on their individual experiences, they all complement each other. He also explained why it is important to follow one teaching all the way to the truth, all the way to the ground. It is not the scripture, not the interpretation that is going to lead us to the truth. As Swamiji's guru himself told, if you want to have the ultimate truth, ask Annamalaya. He's going to show you. So we have to dig in one place deep enough until we reach the spring water, until we establish the well. If we just dig shallow in many different places, we're never going to reach the groundwater. Swamiji beautifully announced how Kailasa is going to create, by the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji, the AI tools that are going to empower all of us to have this kind of teaching for all of us, where we can dive deep into the Shastras without having to waste time on formalities and all the different contradictions that are created between the acharyas, finding the essence and learning the deeper truths to then have the pure questioning, have the maturity to find the feet of the Guru and receive the initiation directly from him and experience the ultimate. Thank you all for joining us, requesting all the participants to join us on camera also.
Yes, we have a lot of participants who were joining us on Zoom and YouTube. So we have Ma Sangananda Nithyananda, we have Ye Qing Nithyananda, we have Wang Zibin Nithyananda, Ma Ling Ling Du Nithyananda, Ma Ganamaranda Nithyananda, and we have Ma Lata Nithyananda, and also requesting all the participants with the camera switched off, please switch on your cameras. Ma Siavu, Ma Nithyananda, we have Luluni, we have Chengjia, we have Manitya, Bindu Shakti, and all of you, please switch on your cameras, be available in the camera, and give your full participation, as we just finished the Taipusam and the next grand celebration of Mahashivratri is going to come. So let's get prepared. Let's prepare ourselves for this Mahashivratri, Paramashivoratri, where Swamiji will be giving us, blessing us on this Mahashivratri. So we'll be taking everyday step forward for this Mahashivratri. And of course, the sevas are always available. Those who wish to offer your sevas, your gratitude to the lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you can always do that. We'll be giving the details to you.
Yeah, and as we have seen today, during the Taipusam celebrations in the Kailasa in Malaysia, the Annadan is still going on. And now the Annadan has also started in Prayagraj on the Kumbh Mela. So the free food is offered to all the devotees of Lord Shiva, all the people who are present visiting the Kumbh Mela. Everyone who comes to our booth will be able to receive the Annadan, the free, blessed, sattvic vegetarian food. So if you're not able to make it to the Kumbh Mela physically, we invite you to at least receive the blessings from this Mahakumbh Mela once in 144 years, once in a lifetime.
Yes.
Receive the blessings by offering Annadana. You can offer Annadana, means you can donate to pay for the meals which are being served to the various different sadhus, all the visitors of the Kumbh Mela. So you can do your own contribution to the Mahakumbh Mela happening again once every 144 years. In this very special, auspicious time, we're going to share more details in the chat directly after the power manifestation. We invite all of you to offer the Annadana, so you can receive all the punya of all the souls, of all the beings that are being nurtured by this sacred food offering.
Yes, as Swami says that we are not an individual as we think, we are a collective consciousness. So when you offer your devotion, your gratitude to the collective consciousness of the spiritual happening, automatically you receive that blessings. So and as Maharaj mentioned, it comes in not in next year or 1 year, it happens in, and this next happening is going to be after 144 years. So that's of course, will not be alive for this, for that second happening. So this is the time when we can, when we are here and this happening is happening actually. So this is the time when you become a part of it and receive all the benefits, spiritual benefits of it, and elevate your consciousness. Understand that we are a collective consciousness. When you contribute, when you become a part of this collective consciousness, simply your frequency raises. So with this, let's get started with the power manifestation. We'll be entering into the power of seeing picture blindfolded. So we'll be projecting you the image, and through the power of third eye, see what all is revealed to you through the third eye, every single detail. So let's get ready. You can sit with your head, neck, spine in a straight line and visualize Swamiji in a space. Swamiji has come down from Kailasa to give the super conscious breakthrough to the whole humanity. Feel his infinite grace, his infinite love showering upon you. Now start to unclutch from every single thought. Do not engage with thoughts, do not resist, do not get carried away by the thoughts. Just unclutch. Now let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes, as you keep chanting the Mahavakya, let's enter into this manifestation. We'll be projecting the image on your screen now.
Make sure your eyes are tight. No light is falling into your eyes as we enter into this round of the power manifestation.
Let's begin.
Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham.
Yes, now slowly, very slowly, you can remove your eyebands and open your eyes. Yes, you can remove your eyebands and open your eyes. And take a moment to share what was revealed to you through the power of third eye. Please go ahead, take a moment and share.
Yes, all the Zoom participants, all the YouTube viewers, Facebook viewers, and all the other social media participants. You can share all the details about your results from the power manifestation in the chat. And let us go into detail. Share whatever you've seen, any colors, shapes, whatever experiences you had, even other sensual perceptions like smell or sounds you might have perceived. Share them here in the chat before we verify this round of the power manifestation by projecting the image once more for all of you to see.
Yes, please go ahead. Even all the participants on the YouTube, you can also start sharing what was revealed to you through the power of third eye. Understand, every time that you manifest the power, this is your opportunity to be in oneness with Swamiji, to be in that restful awareness, to be filled with joy, bliss, ecstasy. Every time you manifest the power, you break one thought pattern in you. And it manifests as a possibility in you. It manifests as a way to manifest things in your life. All right. So now we'll be projecting the image on your screen, which we had projected. Yes, as you can see, it's an image, looks like an interior of a kind of a big structure. It might be a temple as well. You can see various this kind of rectangle, the pillars just going on and to the repeating again, and it's kind of a big structure. And of course we have down it's kind of a 2-floor as well, looks like first floor. So yes, as you can see, it's not much of color. It's kind of a light sand color. Yes.
There seem to be some metal structures on the right and left, maybe to prevent the tourists from entering into the deeper parts of the temple. There's intricate ornaments of people which might not be immediately visible. Only if you zoom in, you can actually see the detail with which all the ornaments are carved into the stone. Yeah, pretty amazing. Maya is sharing Swamiji. I saw black background blinking Jyoti side sitting on Shivananda Paramahamsa without this background big. Okay, thank you for sharing that.
All right, thank you all for sharing and manifesting and participating in this power manifestation. So with this, we'll be entering into the next session. Yes. And the next session is going to be the source of all knowledge. Understand, every time, what is the source of knowledge? This question we might have had at multiple times in our lifetimes, because the moment we look into life, we want to have knowledge about things to work around so that we find the solutions for everything. So Swamiji will be revealing in this revelation. So you can come to the space of listening as we enter into this.
The purpose of the description is how to use this modification to lead us to joy, to lead us to bliss. I can say it can lead only to joy, then bliss suddenly happens. is beautifully guiding us step by step. First, he described right knowledge. Second, wrong knowledge. Third, the beautiful vikalpa, imagination. Now fourth is talking about sleep. Step by step is leading us. The right knowledge, then wrong knowledge, then imagination. Deeper than imagination, there is something. That is what is sleep. This is also a modification which can lead to pain or anguish, pain or joy. Sleep. If you understand the word sleep in an ordinary way, what you understand as sleep, we can ask, how can that lead to pain? Sleep always leads only to peace. How can that lead to pain? So, sleep word should not be understood as we understand in a very normal way. Let's see what Patanjali has to say about sleep. Let us understand what Patanjali has about sleep. Abhava pratyaya lambana vrittir nidraha. Abhava pratyaya alambana vriddhi nidraha. When I read each sutra, so much of appreciation and respect for Patanjali comes. Even this sutra, if you have a little Sanskrit background, you can see, you can understand. Right words, not one word extra. Right words is connecting. Just one line. He has described different dimensions of sleep. Let me give you the translation. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. Abhava pratyaya alambana vriddhi nidraha. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. The moment I translate, I can very clearly feel I am able to translate only one dimension of that sutra. That sutra can be translated from different dimensions. Here I have a beautiful book by a research scholar, Salvatore. He has beautifully created a book giving 12 different translations. I wanted to give a credit for his great work. 12 different translations. When I see all the 12 different translations, I can say very clearly, each one of them are approaching Patanjali from different level of consciousness and different angle. I'll try to give you the deeper truths, what Patanjali is trying to express, what Patanjali wants to say about sleep. One important thing, there is no beings which does not spend its time, part of its life in sleep. First thing, you can be without right knowledge, without wrong knowledge, without imagination, but you can never be without sleep. You may be able to avoid those three, but you can never avoid sleep. It's almost like you are breathing. almost like you are breathing. It's your life. 1/3 of your life is spent in sleeping. If you understand the Patanjali's views about sleeping and ability to use that knowledge in your day-to-day life, I can say the whole quality of your life can be transformed. Every single sutra is a complete technique by itself. That is why I have to give so much of introduction to every single sutra. If you are coming every day, you can understand at least 10 minutes I spent in introducing Patanjali and every single sutra. Because every single sutra is a complete technique by itself. I can say every single sutra can create one religion. It has created. There are some religions which work only on sleep. One sect of Buddhism, they don't teach you anything else except the ideas, concepts about sleep. They help you to work on sleep, that's all. In daytime, whatever you do, you can do. In daytime, anything you can do. They say that let's do all the spiritual practices and take exercises for spiritual growth during sleep and use the daytime for some other purpose. I think that will be really a wonderful thing. I saw the other day one advertisement. Let you earn more and more money during your sleep and keep your days to spend with your loved ones. One financial firm advertisement. Anyhow, this Buddhist tradition helps you only how to work on your consciousness during sleep. Of course, source is Patanjali. You can imagine how great that Chidambaram would have been. Chidambaram is a place where he was born, lived and taught, ran his university. He was having a great traditional university. And still his community which he created is called Dikshidars. He is the founder of that community. Still that community is alive. Still they don't take initiation from anybody. Patanjali is Guru. So still his words are repeated, remembered. I can say some 1,000 families are there. And one important thing I want all of you to know, still that community, none of them cross the border of the town. You will be shocked. It is just 10-kilometer area. They take birth, they live, they marry, they give birth to kids, they die inside that city, inside that town. They don't move out of the town. They have a strong commitment to Patanjali and Nataraja. Nataraja is the Shiva. Shiva is the master of Patanjali. Patanjali became enlightened through the Shiva's darshan. Still, that community has committed itself for this knowledge. Whoever comes to their place, they teach, they share this knowledge, they make this knowledge available, they run the temple, and they have taken the vow, they will not cross the city. Sometimes I feel surprised. Even in this age, can you imagine? The education is available to them. Everything is available to them. But they have decided no. We will spend our life, dedication, sacrifice. I can say it is their sacrifice kept this knowledge alive, unpolluted for us. There are so many scriptures which suffered interpolations, but I can assure, guarantee, this book is pure because this community took care. I remember them with all my love and respects for their great service to the sutras. They are called Chidambaram Dikshidars. still that community is there. They maintain this scripture, they preserve. It's because of them we have this knowledge. They have dedicated their life. It's unimaginable, not moving out of one city from birth till death. And there are so many things to see in the world. Even the youngsters, this generation, I have met many of them. I ask them sometime, don't you feel like going outside, or your elders are stopping you? They said, no, we decided to dedicate. Our elders are not saying, they say, if you want to go, you can go. No problem. There are very few, I can say 0.1% went out for some purpose. They also go out to run some temples there, that's all. Here and there, if Nataraja temples are built, they go outside and run the temples. I asked them, why don't you guys feel like going out? They say, no. They call Nataraja as Ambalavanar. Means the Lord of that Chidambaram, Lord of the stage. No, he is enough for us. They feel he is the father of the whole community. And father is here, where else to go? That's such a strong feeling connection, commitment. It is they who preserve this whole knowledge. Not a single extra word. Apava, pratyaya, alambana, vriddhir, nidraha. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. He is not only talking about the sleep which you experience in the night. You lie down, there is no dream, there is no thought. Early morning you wake up, you know only that sleep. We remember only about that sleep. He is not talking only about that sleep. That is also one kind of sleep you go through. But you go through two other sleeps. The sleep which you experience during waking state. The sleep which you experience during dream state. The sleep which you experience during deep sleep state. Three sleep. Waking sleep, dream sleep, sleep sleep. Waking time also we experience sleep. You can see many times. You would have started the car, driven to office, half an hour drive. When you park your car in the office and get out of the car, only then suddenly you will remember you drove for half an hour. Half an hour you drove. You turned right, left, stopped in a signal, gave a brake for a cop. You did so many things. You did so many things. But you don't remember. Means sleeping during daytime. It's not only, see, I'm not talking about the people who have disorders, who sleepwalkers. I'm saying whole humanity is sleepwalking. Except a man who is awakened, who is enlightened, the whole humanity is sleepwalking. Sometimes my disciples find that people who are living around me, they find that clear difference. They will not be able to cope up with my clarity. They will not be able to cope up with my awareness. I tell them this. They can't grasp. Sometimes I struggle with them. Then suddenly I remember this sutra. Till you are enlightened, no other way. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. No other way. Absent-mindedness is one side effect or byproduct of this, what Patanjali calls as nidra. Being absent-minded. Please understand. Not being alive in the state in which you are is what I call sleep. Not being available or not being alive in the state which you are. Otherwise, all problems you face, you have solution. There is no problem which can't be solved. Please understand, I am very clear when I say this. I really mean this. There is no problem which can't be solved. All problems can be completely solved. The only one thing, you need to be available. You need to be available there. All problems are created when you are not available. When you are not available, you mess up the whole thing. It's absent-mindedness. Absent-mindedness, I can say it is very superficial word. Even that can't be the right description. You are there, but you are not there. You are there, but you are not there. Many times you can see, especially when you are watching TV, when you are reading a book, suddenly, for a few minutes, gap. Suddenly, few minutes gap. It's as if the pause has happened. As if a pause has happened. And you, at least with the book, you wake up and you can go back. That is why still no media is able to outdate books. See, no media is able to outdate books. So many medias have come where you need only less effort to learn. Lesser effort than reading a book. TV, so many medias have come. But book, you can't outdate a book because people always, they know in between they will have a rest. They will have pause. If they have paused, they can go back if it is a book. That is why people believe, trust, rely books more than any other source. Absent-mindedness. Suddenly you are absent. You are not there. Suddenly you are not there. See, your body is moving, you are walking, you are talking, you are going, you are doing this, you are doing that. It is showing all the medical symptoms of you being alive. Clinically you are alive. Medically you are alive. But you are not there. The reflection of consciousness is not there. Body is a mirror which has ability to reflect the superconscious state. The sun is a superconsciousness. Human body is the only body which is polished and directed towards that sun. The reflection is what we call soul, individual soul. All other bodies, they may be alive, but they are not that sharp, they are not that polished, they are not that sophisticated that it can reflect that pure consciousness, that sun. The reflection of sun itself cannot happen. That is why human body is so highly respected in the Vedic tradition. Even the devas, the angels, demigods, even if they want enlightenment, they have to take a human body. Please understand, you are in a blessed zone because the possibility is there for you. If somebody dies after having human body without becoming enlightened, that is the ultimate stupidity he can do. Sorry for the strong word. I am not saying, Shankara says. Shankara is saying, Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, Mahapurusha Samsaya. Viveka Chudamani. Sorry, I am using too many Sanskrit words. I will translate. Sometimes I always think that I should not use more Sanskrit words. But without the Sanskrit words, that original words, the much juice is lost. Sometimes I feel, if I have translated only one dimension, at least if I utter the Sanskrit word, people who knows the Sanskrit, let them understand from other dimensions also. That is, actually, if I just speak in English without giving that original words, I may not express all the dimensions expressed by that word. So if I utter the word, at least for the sake of record, next generation who are listening, they may understand in a deeper dimensions, which I did not express verbally. That's the reason I never miss or I never forget to add that original words also. Manushyatva means human body. He's not even saying human body, humanness. There's a big difference. He's not saying Manushya Sarira, Manushyatva, humanness. Mumukshutva, seeking beyond, seeking the truth, seeking the ultimate. Mahapurusha Samsaya means nearness of an enlightened one, nearness of a person who has achieved. After achieving all these three, please understand, all of you have all these three. That is why you are here. The moment, of course, Manushyatva, no doubt, you all, at least I don't have doubt. Mumukshutva, the moment you decided to get into your car and drive in this LA traffic and come and sit here, you have Mumukshutva. You have Mumukshutva. There is no other reason. Why should you come here? You don't come here to see this throne. You don't come here to do anything else. You don't come here to see these or that things. The moment you decide to come here, what is the pull? Pull is, let me go and see what he says today. Yesterday somebody was telling, the moment I wake up early morning, Swamiji, all I think is, why still it is not become 7 o'clock in the evening? I'm just waiting. Sometime I even change my clock. But what to do? Changing my clock won't work. But in this country, they change clocks. First time I was surprised when I said that, when I heard 1 hour move it this side, I said, how can time move? Because in India, we never heard this concept of time moving. And still I have a problem when I travel from zone to zone inside this country. Because in India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, same time. From Calcutta to Allahabad, same time. I always feel, how can time move? Anyhow, at least time zone also we can understand. But suddenly 1 hour move this side. Anyhow, it's okay. The moment you decide to drive and come and be here, you have mumukshutva. The moment you wake up in the morning and you are thinking whole day about when it will become 6 o'clock, when it will become 6 o'clock I can go. If you are remembering, be very clear. You have strong mumukshutva. Nothing else is needed. Mahapurusha Samsaya. You have the nearness of an enlightened one. Beautifully Shankara says, after all these three, if you waste the time, it's a utter stupidity. Again, the whole thing boils down to this one sutra. If you ask me the question, how can I use? I have all these three, how can I use? Whole thing boils down to this one sutra, be available. Don't be in nidra. Avoid day sleeping, at least when you are with the master. Avoid day sleeping, at least when you are with the master. The absent-mindedness, I can say, because of absent-mindedness, people miss many things. The relationship, the life, the decisions, many things they miss. Sometimes, see, being absent-minded, when you talk to others is one problem. I have a story about that. It really happened. It's a story in my life. In the North India, I was staying in an ashram in Rishikesh. The head of that ashram, that Swami, is a great sadhu, a very pious, wonderful person. Not only he will meditate and do tapas and study, he will do social service also. He will go all out in the local villages. He will collect all the kids and give them food and give them shelter and education, do all services. One big problem with that sadhu is he is absent-minded. Even while you are sitting and talking, he will fall asleep. The wild thing is, with open eyes, he will fall asleep. That's one big problem. So in the local, one government official became his devotee. He said, Swamiji, I'll take you to another one officer, my head officer, and get some 10 lakh sanction for our project, social service projects, 1 million rupee for our social service projects. This Swami says, yes, we will go. Next day, both of us went. That man took us to his higher officer and we went outside. He says, I can only introduce, I should not sit here and talk. You both of you sit and convince him. We were sitting and talking. That guy started saying what all service you are doing, and he started suddenly bargaining. Means, I will not give 1 million rupee. I cannot give 1 million rupee. I cannot give 10 lakh rupee. I can give only 5 lakh. Then I started bargaining and I started telling this we are doing, that we are doing. This Swami doesn't take anything. It is not going to his Swami and all. It is not going to him and all those things. And he was sitting. Suddenly I saw he slept. He's missing. With open eyes. I cannot wake him up in front of the officer. So somehow I managed, talking. Completed the bargain around 8 lakh. The Swami could have kept quiet. He woke up. He started telling, we cannot accept below 6 lakh. You should give at least 6 lakh. Just now the officer said, I will give you 8 lakh. Suddenly he wakes up and starts shouting in a high pitch. Big problem is, when you wake up, you just wanted to show that you are awake. You don't want them to think that you are asleep all this time. You just wanted to do something to prove that your identity, you are available. This guy suddenly woke up and started shouting, no, at least 6 lakh you should give. You cannot stop with 5 lakh. The officer got completely confused. What happened just now? I agreed for 8 lakh. It's absent-mindedness. Big problem. Absent-mindedness during talking with others or your activity, you will lose outer world. Absent-mindedness during your inner planning, inner visualization, inner thinking, understand, that is the worst part. You will suddenly miss some links. You will be thinking, I should start seeking sincerely. I should read this book. Suddenly there will be pause. And after a few minutes, I think I should watch TV. Time is going. I did not go to this show. I should go for that show. I should do that. Suddenly, there is a big pause. The thing which was happening inside you is missing. Please understand. The absent-mindedness which happens internally, I can say that is the worst thing. Nidra which is happening in the internal flow of consciousness, flow of thoughts, is worse than the Nidra which is happening in your outer activities. Absent-mindedness in the outer world, you may have only 1 or 2 problems outside. I have a story about that. I'll read it out. Because sometimes with my accent, people miss the punchline. The big problem is when they miss the punchline, they ask the next person. It looks very foolish. Then I have to elaborate on a joke. If a joke has to be elaborated, that is the worst joke. The joke needs to be elaborated. Something is seriously wrong with the joke or the person who told. Or the person who heard. An absent-minded professor was moving to a new house. Further along the same street, his wife knew that he was prone to forgetting things. So she wrote down the new address on a piece of paper before he went to college. She handed him the paper and the key to the new house and reminded him not to go back to the same old address. That morning, one of his students asked him a complex question, and the professor wrote the answer down on the back of the slip of that same paper. Student asked whether he could keep the same paper. Forgetting what was on the other side, professor said, certainly. In the evening he returned out of habit to the old house, tried the key and could not get in. Realizing his mistake, he searched in his pockets for the slip of paper with the new address, but of course there was no sign of it. So he wandered along the street and stopped the first personable looking lad whom he saw. Excuse me, I am Professor Galbraith. You would not happen to know where I live, would you? That guy replied, sure dad, I know. Understand? This is too much. This is too much. Absent-mindedness in the outer world. Even with that, you lose only things of the outer world. Look inside. The serious problem, absent-mindedness in the inner world. See, forgetting to take your hat back, forgetting to take your glasses back, these are all just simple mistakes. You lose only simple things. But forgetting to keep the seeking, forgetting to keep the things which you really need in your life, that is where you lose too many big things. In the mind, many times, I have seen, whenever I come, a big group gathers and they are all inspired terribly about the seeking, and they pick up all DVDs, all books, all cassettes. It will be lying down in the cupboard till I come back again. No, it really happens. It's like people prepare for, when they read some books about exercise, or when they see some show in the TV, or when doctor says you have to exercise, they go to the shop and buy all kinds of instruments and all kinds of books, and it is lying down in the garage for next 2 years. Till they see the doctor again, until the doctor says you have to exercise. Till the doctor again insists, it is lying down in the garage. Means, inside your thinking, absent-mindedness. Please understand. Whenever I put a fire inside you, you decide, yes. I think from today, I am going to leave what Swamiji says. I think I wasted too much of time. You create all kinds of vows, all kinds of ideas, all kinds of thoughts. By the time you reach your house, that mental setup slowly, it's not there. The break. Inside your thinking system, you slept. The absent-mindedness. That nidra has happened in your energy flow, in your thought flow. See, just the sleep which you go through in the night time is no way going to lead you to anguish, pain. I can say it's a power, it's an energy. You go back to the state, you go back to the source from which you created this body. See, this body was created when your mother was fast asleep. That is why still in India there is a tradition. Pregnant lady, if she is sleeping, she will not be disturbed. They won't disturb her during sleeping. They say that Brahma is creating the body. Brahma is creating the body, let her sleep. They say she should sleep. When she is fast asleep, the energy which is there inside her womb, in that womb you are created. The creation happens in that womb. Every night you go back to that same energy. See, all your bed, pillow, everything is trying to create the same energy, same space, same mood of the womb. You can see even the sleeping posture, how you sleep. The same posture, how a baby is in the womb. Just go back to that same posture, you will fall asleep within few seconds. All the bed, everything is trying to recreate the same ambience, same experience which you had in the womb. You go back to the same energy and recreate your body and come back to live. That sleep no way will lead you to pain or anguish. But the sleep which you experience during the thought flow or the action flow, during the thought flow or the action flow. See, if you experience the sleep during the action flow, you will miss things of the outer world. If you experience the sleep during the thought flow, you will miss too many things of the inner world. You can see very clearly. How many times you take how many vows? What happens to all that? What happens to all that? After all, your mind, you took the vow. The other day somebody came and told me, Swamiji, in last 2 months, 20 times I quit smoking. Means what? 19 times you started again. What happens to your vows? What happens to your integrity? It is not that you want to break it. If you want to break it, it's perfectly all right. You have freedom. It's your choice. But something else is happening. Understand? Something else is happening. The sleep, a kind of a sleep is happening in your thought flow itself. In your very thought flow, sleep is happening. There are two kinds of repairing. See, every night when you fall asleep, so many repair work will happen inside your system. It gets rejuvenated. It gets rejuvenated. That's one kind of repairing. The other kind of repairing, it has to be done only when you are awake. You can't be put to sleep and the repairing cannot be done. The physical repair, you can be put to sleep and the repairing can happen. Your tiredness, if you are tired, you can be put to sleep and the tiredness can go away, repairing can be done. It's like an auto mechanic repairing a car. But the conscious repair, it's like a doctor doing bypass surgery. You can't be put to sleep. The repair work has to happen when you are alive. Doing conscious repair is what I call meditation. Sleep and meditation, both are almost same. The difference between auto mechanic and surgeon. Surgeon always gets paid more because he has to repair while the machine is running. You need to understand, you need to repair while inner chattering is happening. Many times when the inner chattering is happening, suddenly there is a break. Suddenly there is a break. People come and ask me how to repair. The awareness itself will heal half of the problems. One big problem, one big important thing you need to know, the moment you know you are sleeping, you will be out of sleep. The moment you know you are sleeping, you will be out of sleep. The moment you know you are breaking in your thought flow, you will be connecting it. If you know you are breaking, you will be connecting it. People come and tell me, they repent really. Swamiji, how much ever I tried unclutching, my mind sometimes goes here and there. I am not able to unclutch. I tell them, the moment you remember, unclutch again. Come back again, that's enough. Don't bother about few moments which you lost. When you come back again and again without creating guilt, the moments which are lost will be reduced, drastically reduced. But you lose confidence over you if you miss 2-3 times. If you miss 2-3 times, you lose confidence. No need. As Patanjali says, you slip. You slip while you are awake. Even in the conscious flow, you slip. He says beautifully. Again and again I wanted to repeat that sutra in every level. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep. It not only happens during the sleep, it happens during waking sleep also. The waking sleep also two kind. One is with outer world actions. Another one is the inner world thought flow. Be aware of different kind of sleep, that's enough. Then you can start being awake. You can start being alive.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your 3 eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So some says very clearly that one is our outer world actions and another is inner world thought currents that we go through. So when we become aware of the inner world thought currents, we bring awareness, and we'll be moving into the awareness itself. So with this, now we'll be entering into the revelation by Swamiji on the collective consciousness. So understanding that we are not an individual island as we think. Most time we forget the collectiveness of the existence. Every time, because we see the boundary, our mind creates boundary again and again. But in reality, we are not an island, we are a collective consciousness. So let's come to the space of listening as Swamiji reveals on the collective consciousness. So please come to the space of listening and listen.
This is the continuity of last sutras. In the last few sutras, Patanjali has explained the 5 modifications of the mind which can lead to suffering or joy. The 5 modifications is right knowledge, wrong knowledge, imagination, sleep and memory. These are the 5 modifications. Please understand. Right knowledge, pramana. Wrong knowledge, viparyaya. Fantasy, imagination, and fantasy is vikalpa. Sorry, imagination is vikalpa. And fantasy is not the right word for vikalpa. Imagination is the right word for vikalpa. And sleep, nidra, and smriti, memory. These are the 5 things, 5 modifications of the mind which can lead to either pain or suffering. So Patanjali is saying in this sutra, relaxing from these patterns through constant and intensive practice of unclenching. He says relax from these 5 patterns by constant and intense practice of unclenching. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam. That's the key. I can say, we moved out of Jivan Mukti culture, Jivan Mukti tradition because of these 5 modifications. Especially the imagination, sleep and memory. These 3 modifications. These 3 put together, we may call it as wrong knowledge. Many times we have wrong knowledge about the world, about us, and about the universal energy. Because of wrong knowledge, we move out of this great Jivan Mukti tradition, this great living enlightenment truth. Patanjali says, come back. Relax from these patterns through constant and intensive practice of unclenching. People ask me, what is the solution, Swamiji? Here Patanjali gives the solution. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam. That's the key. Abhyasa means again and again and again practice. Vairagya means having the strength. Raga means attachment. Vairagya means beyond attachment and detachment. Raga means attachment. Araga means detachment. Viraga means beyond attachment and detachment. Not suppressing. Suppressing is araga. He says viraga, vairagya, understand. Evolving yourself to a different consciousness, to higher consciousness. Please understand. At the age of 7, you are attached to your toys. Now, do you say you are detached from your toys? No. You are neither attached nor detached. You are evolved. You have evolved yourself from playing with toys. Now you don't say, oh, it's so difficult for me to renounce my toys. No. You don't say, it's very difficult, I have to suppress myself, control myself, and throw the toys, hide it, or I have to escape to the country where toys are not sold. No. You just evolve yourself to the higher plane, to the higher consciousness. You evolve. So, vairagya with the toys have happened. Same way, raise yourself to the higher consciousness by constant practice, constantly remembering, constantly living these great truths, this great tradition, these great ideas. I can say the ultimate technique for achieving the truth is intensity. That is what Patanjali is saying here. Be intense. Remember, all the good things happened in your life is because you are living the Jivan Mukti tradition. All the bad things happened in our life is because we moved in few places away from the tradition. Remember this. Intensify. Intensify. Abhyasa and vairagya. As Patanjali says, come back, come back, come back through constant remembrance. People come and tell me, Swamiji, I am not able to meditate. I ask them, How many times you tried? Oh, 3 times I sat for 5 minutes. 40-50 years, you did not bother to control your mind, it was running around as it wants. How can you think, how can you expect it will settle down in 5 minutes of 3 sessions? Then if I dig deep, did you sit at 5 minutes continuously? No, between I attended 2 phone calls and twice my husband called. Once my child was crying. Then where is the 5 minutes? This is what is our abhyasa. This is what is our vairagya. Please understand. This is what is our abhyasa, passions. We don't have passions. We don't have intensity. We don't wait. We don't wait and attend the whole thing. We don't wait and imbibe the whole thing. Small story about the passions. Wife calls husband. Husband picks up the phone between the work and he says, I am in between my work, I don't have time to chat with you. She said, no, I'll just take 2 minutes. I want to tell you something important. This guy says, no, I don't have time. I don't have patience. Quick. She says, I have good news and bad news. Which one you want? He said, I don't have much time, tell the good news. She said, I found out the airbag in our car works. Understand? We don't have patience. We don't have patience to look into the situation, to look into our mind, to live with it. We are suffering too much. We are suffering too much without having passions, abhyasa and vairagya. Without having that abhyasa and vairagya, we are suffering too much and unable to look into the truth, unable to see into the truth. This great word, abhyasa and vairagya, you can say, this is the essence of all spiritual practice, all rituals, all traditions, all the things we do is just to create, cultivate abhyasa and vairagya, intensity and patience. Intensity to do things, patience to look into the things, to wait for the result. Abhyasa and vairagya, either we are restless or we are not intense. Either we are restless or we are not intense. The great truth Patanjali is trying to express today is abhyasa and vairagya, the passions. Again and again, even passions may not be the right word. Intensity and again and again and again, trying, constant and intensive practice. Whenever you feel like moving away from dharma, come back. People come and tell me, Swamiji, I want to give up this habit. But again and again mind goes the same way, what to do. Don't feel too guilty about your failures. Feel at least few times you are successful. Somebody came and complained to me. Swamiji, 10 times I fell. I said, don't bother. 11 times you stood up. That is why 10 times you fell. Remember, 11 times you stood up again. So remember and encourage yourself that so many times you are successful. So many times you are successful. Encourage yourself. Create the intensity. create the constant practice, the abhyasa and vairagya. Let this become part of you. Whenever you move out of dharma, out of the Jivanmukti life, come back. Come back. Again and again and again. Live sincerely. Even once if you are successful, feel joyful about it. Feel blissful about it. Enjoy. Celebrate your success. You will see, you will feel again and again like coming back. Coming back and living this great tradition. Whenever you are successful in following the tradition, celebrate it. Whenever you are failure, bring yourself back again. Constantly, intensely practice the Dharma by unclenching from the wrong mental setup. Mental setup of imagination, mental setup of sleep, not only the sleep in the night, the day sleep, daydreaming, unclenching from all that, and memory, the wrong memory. Actually, right memory can lead you to bliss, but wrong memory can lead you to pain. The right memory means remembering to unclench can lead you to bliss. Wrong memory means constantly remembering the painful, suffering, suffocating things in the life. All these five, right knowledge, wrong knowledge, imagination, sleep, memory, all these five can either lead to pain or joy. So use all the five to go to the joy, to reach the bliss by constantly, intensely practicing unclutching from all these five modifications. Practice continuously unclutching. Let me describe this unclutching. This is the ultimate technique from our Vedic tradition. Whenever a thought comes, don't give meaning to it. Just remember to come back to the source from which the thoughts are coming. Relax into the silence from which the thoughts are arising. This is the ultimate meditation technique also. I have explained in many discourses, like we unclutched, many programs, this unclutching technique. It's available even in YouTube. If you spend a little time and study this technique and practice, it will really lead you to deep peace and bliss. You will live Vedic tradition. Please understand, unless you yourself internalize our tradition, live the joy of our living enlightenment, Jivanmukti, you cannot hold on to tradition, you cannot pass it on to the next generation. All the parents come to me and say, Swamiji, please give me some way, I should be able to teach this tradition to my next generation. I tell them, first you internalize. The big problem is we don't believe and we expect our next generation to believe. Our next generation is more intelligent than us. What to do? They are ready to do only things which you do, not what you say. If they see you are joyful, internalizing this tradition, you are living Jivanmukti life, they will naturally take up. The other day, one boy, 14-year-old boy was brought to me by the mother. The mother's complaint is, Swamiji, please tell him to listen what I am saying. First problem, I told God, how to tell. Anyhow, I told slowly, why don't you tell by yourself? She said, no, you have to tell. Finally, I asked the boy, why don't you listen to your mother? You see, even I am listening. That guy was so sharp. He said, Swamiji, she herself is not happy. If I listen to all her ideas, I will also be depressed like her. I was shocked. I somehow managed that boy. I convinced him, but I was not convinced. What he is saying is true. Please understand. If you want to protect our dharma, protect our tradition and Indian culture, first thing you need to do, drink deep the divine juice. Drink the great tradition. Live it. Imbibe it. Read the scriptures. Listen to these great truths. Internalize them. Live in your life. Please understand. There are hundreds, not even hundreds, thousands of rich Indians come to me and they say, Swamiji, please tell me, somehow I want to keep the tradition alive for our next generation. The other day, one devotee went to one temple, not our temple, to one temple. The devotee challenged the temple. If you bring one youngster from your community to your temple, I will give you $100,000. They are not able to bring. They are not able to bring their youngsters, their next generation. This devotee said, if you can bring one youngster from your community to your temple regularly, if you can convince him about what you are teaching, what your temple stands for, sorry, no temple teaches in the Western countries. That's a big problem. Our temples should become education centers, not only worship altars. It should become education centers. All our temples are originally made as universities. Unfortunately, it has become just worship altars. Some places, I am really feeling sad to tell, not even worship altars, political centers. See what we have done with our temples. Hundreds of rich Indians, they come to me. Swamiji, please tell us some way how to transmit this tradition to them. How to give the family values to them. What to do? I tell them, come on, it is time. You internalize. You internalize these great truths and show because of these great truths you are living happily. The Vedic identity, the Vedic inner software as a utility value, prove it in your life. Only then they are going to take up, not otherwise. Hundreds of youngsters come to our temple. I ask them, why do you guys you come here and you don't want to go to some temple or you don't want to do other traditions, but why are you here around me? They say, Swamiji, many places we are put up by seeing the politics. The moment they see the politics, they lose respect for our tradition. The whole respect is lost. Please understand, all we need is we internalizing these great truths. Run the temple for God, not for our pride. Run the temple to hold on to this tradition. Run the temples as an education centers. Run the temple to spread these great truths. When we internalize, we ourselves feel enriched, empowered, enjoying, radiating these great truths. This living enlightenment, this Jivan Mukti, our next generation will be inspired. Your whole society with which you are living will be inspired. You will also feel like supporting this Dharma. Please understand, I have seen thousands of people trying to protect the Dharma without using it. Slowly, they lose the interest to protect or it becomes political power game. It becomes power game. Only if you yourself imbibe by practicing, if you yourself become a meditator, you yourself live this values, only then you will have constant inspiration to protect this dharma, protect this tradition and share it with the next generation. I invite all the sanghas, organizations which are interested, which are working to protect dharma through various ways. I invite them first experience it. Only then you will have constant inspiration to protect it. Only then you will understand why you should protect, what you are protecting or what you want to protect. Only then you will have inspiration to share it, to transmit it to the next generation. So, you yourself practice little meditation, practice little yoga. One sad part I saw, yoga is accepted so much all over the world. Patanjali is the greatest spiritual master. One sad part, we ourselves don't practice. We think, oh, it's Indian, we know it. Because it's Indian, we know it. We know in the engage my grandfather used to do, he will tell me to do. It's okay, it's after all ours. Please understand, medicine may be yours, it may be in your bed, in the bedside cupboard, but only if you take, it will have effect. You will have effect. Just like medicine lying in the cupboard is no way going to heal you or cure you. The yoga are the great traditions lying in corner of your mind, thinking, oh, it's after all mine, I know it, we know it, is no way going to help you. Unless you live, it is not going to become part of us. So please understand, you yourself embody and practice, learn, let these great ideas enter you. Let you internalize these great ideas. Let you meditate a little bit and let you live the joy and bliss of living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. Only then you will feel, you will know the reason why it should be protected. You will have tremendous inspiration to preserve it. You will have tremendous courage and energy to propagate it, to spread it. So, I call upon India and Indians all over the world, Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran, Nibodhata. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Goal is Jivan Mukti. Let you all live enlightenment. Let you all achieve and radiate living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
beautifully. Swamiji has revealed about the 5 modes of the mind and how we have to establish ourselves in the higher and higher states of consciousness. And with this, we have reached the end of this beautiful day of Paramashivoham on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, diving deep into this very powerful sutra, full of revelations, direct techniques given by Patanjali himself.
Yes. So let's bring our hands in Namaskar Mudra as we chant the Purva Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Yes, thank you everyone. Nithyanandam, see you off tomorrow.